This is a notice from the Department of Structural Anomalies. You discovered a new window in your kitchen yesterday morning. But it wasn't there when you went to bed. The window only appears after 1 a.m., materializing in your solid wall like it's growing out of the plaster. A perfectly normal window where nothing existed before. Double-paned glass in a wooden frame, complete with working latches and a screen. By sunrise, it vanishes completely, leaving an ordinary wall. But each night after 1 a.m., it returns in exactly the same spot. The window shows your backyard from an impossible angle. Your kitchen is on the north side of your house, but the window displays the view from the south side. You can see your garden shed, your fence, your neighbor's garage, all from the wrong direction. But the view is wrong in other ways too. Things move in your yard that shouldn't be there. Dark shapes that crawl across the grass on too many legs. Tall figures that stand motionless by your fence, watching your house with eyes that reflect the moonlight like an animal's. Your dog refuses to go near the kitchen after midnight. Max usually loves looking outside, but he won't even enter the room when the window is present. He stands in the doorway whimpering and backing away, his hackles raised. Yesterday you found him scratching frantically at the wall during daylight hours, trying to dig through the drywall to the spot where the window appears. He can sense something terrible about that space even when the window isn't visible. Animals know when reality is broken. Looking through the window for more than a few seconds makes you dizzy. A spinning, nauseating sensation that starts behind your eyes and spreads through your skull. The longer you stare at the impossible view, the worse it gets. After 5 minutes of watching, you nearly fainted. Your vision blurred and you found yourself speaking words you didn't recognize, harsh, guttural sounds that hurt your throat to make. The language felt ancient and wrong, like your mouth wasn't designed to form those syllables. The nightmares started after your first long look through the window. Dreams filled with creatures that have no earthly equivalent, things with burning eyes and limbs that bend in directions that violate anatomy. They gather in vast numbers in a place that might be your backyard but extends infinitely in all directions. The demons know you've been watching them. They turn toward your window in the dreams, pointing at you with clawed appendages, speaking in the same guttural language that pours from your mouth when you're dizzy. You tried covering the window with a curtain, but the fabric disappears overnight. Tape won't stick to the glass. Paint slides off like the surface is coated with oil. The window resists any attempt to block or modify it. When you hold a piece of cardboard in front of the glass, you can see through the cardboard as if it's not there. The window demands to be seen. It wants you to look outside, to watch whatever it chooses to show you, to let the sight of demons poison your dreams. Your reflection in the window glass moves independently. While you stand still, your reflection gestures and moves around the kitchen. Sometimes it speaks, and you hear those same unknown words coming from the reflection's mouth. The reflection's eyes are completely black, and when it smiles, you see teeth that are too sharp and too numerous. Your reflection has been changed by looking through the window. It speaks the demon language fluently now, carrying on conversations with things you can't see. The dizziness gets worse each time you look through the window. What started as mild vertigo has become debilitating. You stumble and fall when the spinning sensation hits. The strange language flows from your mouth more easily now, whole sentences in harsh consonants and impossible vowel sounds. Sometimes you find yourself speaking to empty air in your kitchen, having conversations in the demon tongue with invisible listeners. The language is replacing your ability to think in English. Other windows have started appearing throughout your house, but only after 1 a.m. A small one in the bathroom that shows a hellscape of burning trees. Another in your bedroom that displays caverns filled with moving shadows. Each new window opens onto different regions of the same demonic realm. Your home is accumulating viewing portals into hell. The demons on the other side press their faces against the glass, watching you with hungry interest. The people in the bathroom window can see you, but they're not people anymore. Twisted versions of humans, their bodies elongated and burned, their eyes replaced with hollow sockets that leak black fluid. They were like you once, people who looked through windows into the demon realm. Now they exist on the other side, transformed by prolonged exposure to that hellish landscape. They mouth warnings you can't understand, holding up their mutilated hands to show what happens to those who watch too long. Your house is being connected to the demon realm through these windows. Each new opening weakens the barrier between worlds. The creatures you see outside are growing bolder, pressing closer to the glass. Some have started reaching through, their clawed hands materializing briefly in your rooms before withdrawing. The windows are becoming doorways. Soon the demons will stop watching and start entering your world through the portals you can't close. The window count is accelerating. What started as one kitchen window has become dozens throughout your house. They appear every night after 1 a.m., covering your walls with views into different circles of hell. The dizziness is constant now. You speak more demon language than English. Your thoughts are becoming alien to yourself. The windows are transforming you into something that can exist on both sides of the glass. You tried leaving the house, but every door leads to a room with new windows. The front door opens into your kitchen, where the original window still shows demons gathering in impossible numbers. The back door leads to your bedroom, now filled with windows showing burning cities populated by the transformed remains of people like you. Even your car windows show the demon realm instead of the street outside. There is no outside anymore. Only the spaces between hell and earth. The demons are preparing for something. Through dozens of windows, you watch them organizing into vast armies. They build structures from bones and shadows, create weapons from crystallized screams. The transformed humans, people who looked too long through windows like yours, serve as their foot soldiers. Your reflection has joined their ranks, speaking fluently in their tongue, wearing the black eyes and sharp teeth of the converted. Soon you'll join them too. This notice ends because the windows no longer disappear at sunrise. They remain constant now, permanent openings into the demon realm. Your house exists in both worlds simultaneously. The dizziness has become a permanent state. You float between dimensions, speaking only in the harsh language of hell, thinking thoughts that belong to creatures of flame and shadow. The demons no longer need to watch through the windows. They've made you into one of them. Tonight, when someone else discovers a new window in their house, you'll be on the other side of the glass, pressing your transformed face against the barrier, speaking in demon tongue as you try to warn them not to look. But they will look. They always do. And the windows will multiply, and the army will grow, and soon there will be more demons than humans in the space between worlds. The demons have started mimicking your family members. Through the windows, you see twisted versions of your mother, your sister, your dead father, all calling to you in voices that are almost right but wrong in subtle ways. Their faces are stretched and distorted, their smiles too wide, their eyes completely black like your reflections. They beg you to let them in, speaking in perfect English mixed with the demon tongue. Your father holds up a photograph of your childhood, but his fingers are too long and end in claws. They know your memories, your relationships, your deepest loves, and they're using that knowledge to make you want to open the windows. Your neighbors have started avoiding your house entirely. The postal worker leaves your mail at the end of the driveway. The pizza delivery driver called to say he won't come to your door anymore because something about your house makes me sick. Children cross the street rather than walk past your property. You realize the demonic influence is bleeding through even when the windows aren't visible. Your house carries the stench of hell during daylight hours. The corruption is seeping into the physical structure, making your home a beacon that repels normal people and attracts things that shouldn't exist. You found scratch marks on the inside of your windows this morning. Deep gouges in the glass that spell out coordinates and dates in that harsh demon script. The scratches appear overnight, carved from the inside of your house while you sleep. Something has been in your rooms, marking your windows with information you can't read but somehow understand. The coordinates point to other houses in other cities where new windows are appearing. The dates mark when those people will complete their transformation. You're not the only one being converted, this is happening worldwide. The government knows about the windows. Black SUVs have been parked across from your house for 3 days, their occupants watching through binoculars and taking readings with strange equipment. They don't approach or try to help. They're just documenting the process, collecting data on your transformation. When you tried to wave at them yesterday, speaking in the demon language without meaning to, they drove away immediately. You're a test subject in something much larger than random supernatural occurrence. The windows are part of a coordinated invasion, and your government is either complicit or helpless to stop it. Time moves differently when you're looking through the windows now. You'll stand there for what feels like minutes, watching the demons organize their armies, but when you check the clock, hours have passed. Entire days disappear while you're pressed against the glass, learning their language, absorbing their knowledge, becoming more like them with each extended viewing session. Your human memories are fading, you can barely remember your life before the windows appeared. Soon you'll forget you were ever human at all, and the transformation will be complete. Tonight, you'll help them open a permanent doorway. Tomorrow, the invasion begins in earnest.